on and off. And in the last couple of years when he got sick, things just take a detour.
Hmm. So when did you start working with him? Why? And how did you get kind of introduced to him?
Well, in 2000, well, I used to manage Tinga Stewart, and Tinga introduced me to Jackie Brown.
Right.
And we got introduced in Brooklyn. He was at a club named Riley's in Brooklyn where Jackie Brown hang out a lot on Church Avenue. I think it was 45th or 46th Street. And Tinga introduced me to Jackie and said, this is the international reggae singer Jackie. I said, oh, delight to meet you.
Right.
So as I was crossing the street, Jackie was like looking and said, Tinga, she's your manager? And he said, yeah, what? She can be my manager? And he said, oh, I'd love to have her manage me too. And as I was crossing the street, Jackie said, girlfriend, who's your mama? And that's how
Wow.
that song came about.
Right, we're going to play that one in a minute, but I want you to tell me more about Jackie Brown because I don't know. Jackie Brown seems to have gone under the radar for me, so I'm going to assume that there are still some people out there who don't know Jackie Brown,
Right.
but
Okay.
he has quite a catalogue of music.
A lot.
So
Some
he's
people, even before I even knew him as an artist and as a friend. Well, Jackie was born in Jamaica, of course, in Portland, December 25th, 1945.
wow.
That's what he told me. A lot of people on the internet have it as 1946. But what happened with that, there was some mix-up with the registration of his birth certificate and all that stuff that goes on back then. So some people have that 45 and 46. To be honest with you, I never look at Jackie license to see what he put it as. But he told me 1945, and that's what I always go by, 1945.
Right, right. So he was
born,
like 60,
68.
68, right.
So he had quite a catalog of music before I came there. He was a lifeguard in Jamaica in 1960, and he also was a part of the the army in Jamaica from November 5th, 1966, for about 7 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so a lot of people probably didn't know that.
Right.
He also had a record shop in Jamaica named Sunbird Records in Halford Tree, and that's on Other Park Road. And he had that with his brother named Castro. He had a brother named Castro. And
Castro
that
Brown?
record shop was from 1970 to about 1980.
Why? Is that Castro Brown who now lives in England?
Yes, same Castro Brown. That's Jackie's brother.
Wow. You see, which is why the Conduit Show is so happy that we know the connections to go straight to the source. It's a small world indeed.
Right.
So,
It's funny that every time when I say Castro Brown, everybody just relay back to him. So, yeah, that's what it is, right.
right, right. So I know that Jackie kind of came over to the States in what, in the 90s, right?
No, he came here in 1981, to be exact.
Okay, okay.
Came in 1981. He did a lot of shows in Brazil. Brazil was his favorite place to go to, where he was well known, well known. He was like a Michael Jackson to them. Jackie Brown go to Brazil is like God gift to them. Be honest with you, not comparing him with God, but he is well loved there. Jackie performed in Brazil for over 25,000-30,000 people on numerous occasions when he goes there. They just love him.
Right.
And that's why he always go back. But due to some personal issue, which I'm not going to get into, what caused him not to able to travel anymore.
Right.
And that stopped all this international travel, so he just stayed local in the U.S.
So, I understand that he'd been ailing for a while, or
Yes.
had issues.
In 2008, somewhere in 2008, he was diagnosed with diabetes. He's been fighting that for a while now, and due to the diabetes, one of his legs was amputated.
Wow.
So
my goodness.
with that happen, he was in Little Neck Nursing Home for a while, where he spent about 5 of his years there. About 5 to 6 years he was in Little Neck Nursing Home and in other nursing homes throughout the New York State, New York tri-state area. It was about maybe I would say estimate sometime this year. Can't remember the exact date. Then he was able to can live on his own, because in order for him to discharge you from a nursing home, you have to can live on your own, and either an assisted living or in an apartment. And they discharged him, and he was living in Far Rockaway, in Queens, and that's where he had his last moments. He was in Far Rockaway, Last week, Monday, he had scheduled to do a surgery on his eye because due to the diabetes also, if anybody would know about diabetes,
Yeah, it affects your
it
eyes.
kind of affect your eyes, and
Yeah.
that was happening a lot. He I don't want to get too emotional. Monday he had the surgery, and I guess on his way coming home, I'm not going to go into this technical because there could be a lot of technology with that. He passed away in Queens
Oh my goodness.
between the hospital and home.
Now, why, thank you so much for giving us this information because, we're just hearing the music. And just by hearing the music and looking at the volume of music, and I know you mentioned that he was big in Brazil, a lot of those videos are Brazilian. So that tells me that he had an audience there. But, the fact that, were you still managing him as such? Why?
Be honest with you, about, let me see, if I give you an estimate, maybe about a year to two, some personal issue was going on with Jackie, and I don't want to get into it because it's really personal. It's not something that I really want to discuss publicly, and I don't think I should.
No.
We kind of drift apart again because of that personal issue, but we always stayed in touch, and he always called me. And believe it or not, no matter how sick Jackie get, anybody who really know Jackie and who have visited him in a nursing home, called B Moxie, who was on 93.5, or who is on 93.5, visit him. A couple of the close friends who visit him. Another Jewish singer, Benny Boy, visited him in the hospital. They knew Jackie couldn't remember numbers and things per se, but he could remember my number. And everybody was like, how can you remember Yvonne? Because you remember my number, and then I'll be always the contact person to call someone or say, yeah, call Jackie. J.R. Williams from 93.5 is another person that stayed in touch with Jackie in the later part of the years and become close to him, and Tony Cobb. So he was, he's missed. Even Avril the other day, she been asking about Jackie. And every now and then people ask me, how is Jackie Brown? How is Jackie Brown? I said, well, he's still fighting the battle,
Right.
And, again, due to some personal issues, I didn't want to go into a lot of stuff with people, so I just kind of just leave it as that, and that's what it is. It had nothing to do with me, per se, but had to do with Jackie, so I just didn't want to, let people know a lot of his private business, which I don't think they should.
No. And that's not the time and the place for this.
Right.
This is a tribute, and
Right.
we're very happy that you were here to be able to give us this background information. I want to tell you that Mightyful 13 Fitzroy Francis is logged into the chat room, and he is saying that he never heard of Jackie Brown, but he knows Castro Brown and New Name Music because that's someone he's worked with. So, this is the Conduit Show, bringing the information, and why, your input, the personal touch, is invaluable. And I want to say thank you for being a friend to Jackie Brown, because it's terrible when we hear of our icons, because Jackie has been making music for a long time. When I play some of the music, then people are going to understand where this man is coming from. And I'm trying to find the song that he wrote for you. I did put it on the computer, and of course now I can't find it, but I'm going to search for it, and I'm definitely going to play that track. How did it come about that he made a song specially for you?
It's a CD, but the title track on the CD was called Who's Your Mama? And that was done in 2006. Like I said, as Tinker introduced me to him, because I was working with Tinker as a manager, and other artists who I work with, and Tinker said, you need to know this man. And I said, who's this man? He said, he's a very international singer. And I said, who? And he said, Jackie Brown. I said, oh, I've heard of him. And then he told me some of the songs. I said, no, man, I know Jackie Brown. I know the songs, so no problem. So as we were walking across the street, Jackie Brown, he said to me, he said to Tinker, oh, who is that girl, Mama? What's that girl nice?
I think, and you know something, why? Let me just embarrass you now. I guess he was watching you walk away, right?
Right, exactly. We walked away.
Oh my goodness.
The thing I said, leave a manager alone. And ever since then he said, I'm going to sing a song about you. And, and he always said he was going to do it. Then finally he did, and one day he surprised me and he gave me the CD. I had to hug him and I was like laughing in tears. I'm like, you really did it, Jackie?
Oh,
and
my
he said
goodness.
So he did. So he said, who's your mama?
Okay, I'm trying to pull up I did find the song.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just let me see if I can just play it straight away because oh my goodness, it does. Sometimes I guess I don't know. Let me just play the song. You want to stay on the line for a little bit?
Yeah, I stay on the line. If it was giving trouble, I could tell you some other songs that he has.
Oh, you know what? We got a few of them, but I wanted to play this particular one here.
Okay.
All my life in this town, and I've never seen you around. You must have fell from heaven. If heaven not missing an angel, you've got to be from another world, 'cause you're different from every other girl in this world. Who is your mama? Who is your papa? Take me home tonight. I wanna hold you. I wanna squeeze you. I wanna love you. I wanna know you. I wanna be with you. I'd like to know if you are really real. Hey, 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 hey. I couldn't think of anything when I placed my eyes on you. A car almost ran me over because I was gazing at you. Any man would want to be with you for the rest of his life. You would be his wife.
Why?
Yes, darling.
My goodness, that really is. What can I say? That's an honor indeed.
Yes, and when people hear this song, I don't want anybody to think anything was like a personal, intimate song because it sounds like that, but there was a meaning to it. He wanted me to he wanted me to manage him, and he was just telling, oh, I admire this girl so much, and it's really true. As he was crossing, he was gazing. King said, "Hey, can you have a manager, man?"
I could. Oh my.
He said, "No, man, but I want her for managing me too, man."
Wow.
So that's all that come about, and and then he said, "I want to know who's your mama. You're a fine young girl." But that it was just, and we just laugh about it. Me and Tinga laugh about it that night, and every time when we think about it, we say, "Wow." So that's basically how that song came about.
You know why? Fitzroy, who's in the chat room, as I said, is saying Jamaica needs a museum to preserve these great artists' legacy. How are the youth of today going to know if there's no story to learn from? And he says it's very sad seeing a great artist like that passing away. But, it seems to be the norm. It's like there's not a week that goes by that we don't hear that we've lost another icon. And it's so funny that people tend not to remember the icons until they're either sick or in dire straits,
Right.
or they
That's
pass
true.
away. And this legacy is here. Instead of concentrating on who mash up reggae and is reggae dead, and let's go back to the foundation and really respect those artists who actually paved the way for these guys today. They opened up European markets, international markets, because of the content of the music and the purity of the music that they were producing at the time. So had it not been for these artists, the legacy, laying that foundation, reggae would just have been a flash in the pan. Instead, it's something it's not even international anymore. It's outernational.
I love that word.
It's outernational.
word.
It's like everybody is... Reggae has influenced every genre, every walk of life, every way of life. I mean, look at Rude, Magic. I mean, you couldn't get a more non-reggae group. And they have this big hit with Rude. I just want to see the artists who paved the way getting their fair share. Getting their recognition, getting their roses while they're still alive. Not when they're not around to recognize them. And Jackie Brown, who, by the way, I've not heard anybody say anything bad about him. And there is this sense of loss in the entertainment, in the reggae community at the passing of Jackie Brown. So, why, as we approach 7:23, 7:30, and I do have other guests who are calling in, I'm going to be playing more Jackie Brown music. I know you said he had Miss Wireways, right?
Miss Wireways, Send Me the Pillow, Miss Hard to Get, Fat Girl. It might have couple, but those are the ones that people know, especially Send Me the Pillow.
Right.
And he sing over Shaving Cream to everybody.
Right. I found Miss Wireways in a dub plate of all things, so I'm going to play the dub plate.
Okay.
Because I was quickly trying to get something together for this evening, and I was a bit under the weather, so I didn't have the time that I would normally have to kind of get the music together. But we're remembering Jackie Brown today, and we're definitely going to put his music into the playlist so that we can play him more often.
Right. Let me just intervene that Jackie has 2 sisters and 3 brothers. Joy, Jean, Hubert, Paul, and Castro. It's not only Castro only.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So do you know, I guess it's very, very early days in terms of talking about final arrangements.
Okay, all that's not set yet because he has a younger daughter. And the daughter lives with her mom in Brooklyn. As far as I know so far, she's looking into it, and also someone else. I'm not gonna. Jackie is. No, let's leave that alone.
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Right. So.
But can we rely on you, Why, to kind of, even if it's on Facebook, to update not just the Conduit listeners, but everybody else who's interested and maybe want to attend?
Well, I'll put it up on Facebook, and then, of course, I'll share the information with you. You could always pass it on. Each one tell one.
Absolutely.
It's no problem. You can also give them my phone number if anybody has any question directly or they want to email you in or whatever. They could always call you and ask you a question, and then I would do a follow-up. So I have no issue with that. And then since, it's worldwide, he have kids live in England also, and they're very supportive, and of course, he's missed no matter what. Good or bad, he's missed. And
it is what it is.
It's what it is. A legacy is there to be built, and hopefully somebody else can pass it on or whatever it is. Jackie did play the guitar also. That was one of his favorite instruments.
Wow.
And his dad played the trumpet. So, I don't know if people want to go back as far as the years, they could go back. His first group was called the Silvertons, and that was with Lloyd Shirley and another guy named Roy. So Jackie been around. He'd been around.
He's definitely icon status. Definitely icon status. For the mere fact that, he used to hang out. I was looking very, very quickly at something, and, some of the artists that he would hang out with, he said he liked to listen. Ken Booth.
Ken Joe.
There were some other artists from the Scatterlights, I think, that were mentioned. So these were his peers. So definitely.
Derek Barnett is another one.
Wow.
He works well with.
Wow.
And also close to. And then Castro Brown and Dennis Brown did work together.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So he has that, and then also there's another artist that stand out. Johnny Clark. Johnny Clark's daughter and Jackie Brown are good friends, and Jackie really liked Johnny Clark, and he pulled in his Johnny Clark daughter, who named what's her name again? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. He pulled her under her wings, Sierra. When I called her and tell her that Jackie Brown passed, she was just like so devastated. She didn't even know, and she'd been calling him all last week. So he has friends there's a list of other friends that he has, and children that are close to him. Too many to mention. So, and then it's what it is. What am I gonna say? We're gonna miss him. He did leave a presence on us, and that's what it. I'm like stuttering right now because I'm like still.
Yeah,
I'm
grieving.
not in shock still.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get it because I've been doing so many calls and stuff like that. So I'm just getting used to. Okay, he's no longer here.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? So it's what it is. Somebody that I need to mention that was very close to Jackie and did a lot for Jackie over the years, driving, picking up a Stoneboy. Stoneboy is a person in New York. Everybody knows him. I have him go pick up artists all over the place, carry them around. Ken Booth, Gregory Isaac, John Oates. Everybody in New York as artists know Songboy. And Songboy was there for Jackie Brown from beginning to end. Any way that Jackie wants to go, Songboy could pick him up. Carry him with him one leg or whatever it is. If the artist right didn't come, Songboy was there. I'm have to big up Songboy and thank him for everything. We can call Songboy and say, do me a favor, go do this. Until last 2 weeks ago, Jackie needed that TV and Songboy was there for go pick up the TV for him. So, big up to Songboy, man. Anyway, there. May I tell you, Songboy did him thing.
Well, the music fraternity definitely is in mourning because I'm remembering, I think it was a couple of years ago, the word went out that Jackie wasn't doing very well.
Right.
And I know the community did rally around and people were visiting him. So I'm glad to hear that people still kind of kept up with him. You, Carby, Moxie,
And
JR.
that was in 2009 when I reached out to newspaper like Street Eye, The Observer, all the local people and people, his friends, saying that with he's fighting diabetes, can you help him? Because, the artist, sometimes the artists don't put down a lot of stuff financially for their things. And at the time, he needed help. And at the time, Eddie Robinson was Reggae Arms, we had a reformer group named Reggae Arms. He was the president. And Eddie Robinson, E2 record, was standing behind me 100%. And I love that man because anything I ask, I'm going to call Eddie Robinson for him do it. Michelle and the whole crew.
You do know that's where I'm broadcasting from, right?
I know. That's what I said, they stand behind me. Anything that I want. So I can say there's people out there really support Jackie
reggae music.
Time when Maureen is a friend of mine who went on the road with Jackie when I couldn't and assisted me with managing man, try to do a lot of stuff, and she was there. Anything anybody want, Jackie would tell you, call Ivana Maureen.
Wow.
We
know that you are grieving too, why? And it's very hard when you work with people that you end up, having a relationship with, that they become friends.
Exactly.
And that you care about them. And obviously, you cared about Jackie Brown because you followed up with him. When you stopped managing him, you were still a present in his life.
That's the key right there. You stop managing, you still have that closeness. It was beyond just managing him, because I see him, and remember, even though I'm in the media and stuff, a lot of people don't know, full time I'm a nutritionist. That's what I do for the past 30-some years. So, of course, that diabetes thing kind of pulled me closer to him. Jackie, this is what you got to eat. This is what you got to do. But then things, was out of my control sometimes. Yeah. He's not around me. He was in a nursing home. So you have to follow the nursing home regiment and stuff like that. So we did the best that we can while he was on earth. That's all I can say. It's out of our hands. The man upstairs ready for him. And, it's
and
out
he's
of
not
our
suffering
college.
anymore. And the one thing that we can say is that he definitely was loved and there were people around who cared about him. So, wow, it's very sad that we're doing this yet again, saying goodbye.
Another artist that know Jackie well, and Jackie was very close to, Derek Harriet.
Okay.
Derek Harriet know a lot of stuff about Jackie Brown that I can't even share some of the stuff them. And he even tell me, Jackie gave me a list of stuff and say, Ivan, anything that happened to me, anything that I have a decision to make, these are some people you call. These are some people you reach out to, and I reach out to everybody. Between this weekend, I reach out to everybody, and I tell them, look by a little, and, just let them know.
But I guess you are kind of, you have to kind of wait on the decision of the family members as to...
Right, it's not my doing, he has family members, he has kids, he has people that, going to take care of what has to be done. It's not my decision.
Right.
Of course, I'm there as a backup as to give them support,
Right.
So, but,
well,
when the information come around, of course, I'm going to
let me know, definitely. And the Conduit listeners, so we can pass the information on, because it is very sad, as we say, because yes, he'd been struggling with diabetes, but also there's a message there that we as black people, as African peoples, we really need to take more charge of our health, and I am a main culprit in that. I need to take charge of my health as well, because I need to get rid of this asthma. I'm done with it. I am done with it.
You and I have to talk about that personal when it comes to asthma, because I have a personal issue when it comes to asthma.
It's just, right now I'm sucking a nutmeg.
Oh, great! You see that? I was going to tell you about
It's,
that.
it's under
I
my
never
tongue,
told
and I
you.
want to tell you, it really works. It really
Nutmeg
does
open
help.
up your lungs
Yeah,
and open up your lungs and give you ear. So
yeah.
anybody who have asthma, I know we kind of lean off of Jackie Brown a little bit, but asthma, my mom passed away with asthma, and nutmeg is something I always carry. Always have a little bit of nutmeg, grate it, put it in your hand. Whenever you feel you can't breathe properly, just lick it out, just have it,
Yeah,
have it there. It's
yeah.
very good. It's a good lung opener.
Right. Well, definitely, I'm telling you. And also to try and stay calm, because when you panic, it just makes things even worse. Anyway, we were talking about Jackie Brown, and this is the tribute to Jackie Brown, and it's now 7:34. So I want to say why your comment and your contribution this evening to the Conduit Show has been invaluable. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sharing. I know you're hurting too, because Jackie Brown was a personal friend of yours, and really want to thank you for pushing through and sharing such a great information, such great stories. And I'm hoping that we can just sit down, as they say, one away, no mics or anything, and just talk about the man, because I firmly believe that when we reminisce and talk about these people, they live forever in our hearts. And this is how the
Oh
young
yeah,
people are going to know
yeah.
who
You
they
said
are
the
as
key
well.
thing: live forever in your heart,
Yeah.
especially when you know you and the person have a close relationship,
Hmm.
and things, whether good or bad, that person is there.
Yes.
So you memorize and you think back on those things, good and bad. So, boy, if Jackie there, where would I don't know? If Jackie was here, what would he do? What would he say? And stuff like that.
Wow.
And like I said, he was sad towards the end, from what I know. He just felt alone, and he just figured why. And what I find out to evil, a couple years ago, Jackie wasn't like I would say, like a religious or spiritual person. And then in the later part of his years, he started wondering, I said, my gosh, there must be a reason why this man had me here. And he started to do gospel, and, I think one of his CD that he was doing also was, I don't remember what's the name of it he was trying to do, that his daughter was helping him with funds on it.
Do you know if that CD was finished?
I am not sure, because, it's it could be anywhere right now, so I couldn't even answer that question legally.
Oh, okay.
There are a
All
lot
right.
of things that I just can't say legally or whatever it is right now.
Well, maybe you could do some investigation for us, why?
Mhm.
And want to let people know where we can hear you, because you're also on radio.
Yes,
Come on, don't
well,
be shy.
about me. Well, I'm on 93.5 FM radio on Thursday night, and my program is called Culture Jam Radio, which
Ah,
I work with two lovely, lovely, nice-looking, handsome, tall, tough man.
tell us who they
um,
are.
Jeff Sarge
And
from
Bobby
Reggae
Channel
Schoolroom, and Bobby
Channel
Channel
One.
1, who've been running this program for about over 10, close to 15 years or more.
Wow, wow.
And then I joined him maybe about 4 years ago. So I'm like the producer and the director of the program, and just running the things then with the two man at night time.
Wow. So I'm gonna try and log in on Thursday, because I know that's gonna be a great show. Because
Yeah,
I know
and we're
your
gonna have our
input.
tribute to Jackie Brown
Absolutely.
this coming Thursday for culture. So anybody who's listening, they can go to wvip.com and just
On
listen to Culture Jam.
93.5.
And we'll be there doing
Well,
our tribute, and so with everybody else.
why we're going to say thank you so much for your contribution, which has been invaluable. I did record it, so
Okay,
I'm
great.
hoping the volume is good. But I'm going to say thank you, thank you. I'm going to get back into the Jackie Brown tribute, and then do the Sister Scully tribute too, because she also passed away on the Friday. Jackie passed away on the Thursday.
Right. I heard about that.
Sister
Right.
Scully passed away on the Friday, so it's a double whammy. But thank you, and Fitzroy is thanking you for the information. So everybody's now going to go and do research into Jackie Brown, which is kind of sad. But, it is what it is. Life goes on. So we want to give our condolences to his family and friends and to his fans. Jackie Brown, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, and love you, and thank you, Sharon, for the
Oh,
Conduit Show.
you're welcome.
For
Thank you.
allowing me to speak on Jackie's behalf right now as he lay rest somewhere else.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much for being a part of the Conduit Show this evening, Why?
All right,
The
darling.
first of many collaborations, I hope.
We're done, we're there.
All right. Go.
Okay.
All right. Take it easy then.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So you heard there from Miss Y. Young, Yvonne Young. Management, artist management. She managed Jackie Brown for a period of time and had some wonderful stories to tell about him. So you could catch her this Thursday at 93.5. I think her show starts at midnight. I'm not too sure. If I get the information, I'll get it for you. But we're talking about Jackie Brown. And since we're talking about the man, let me see if I can play another one of his tracks. This one is called Only One Man. And let me see if I have everything plugged in and ready to go before I hit this button here. I think it's ready now. All right. Actually, it might help if I turn it up, right? And start that one again from the top because of a little snafu there. It's 7:39. It's a Sunday evening, November the 15th. Or is it it is the 15th of November, 2015, and it's Sheron P flying solo this evening. I want to say Peter G is out on a family assignment. He'll hopefully be back here next Sunday when we bring you the next edition of the Conduit Show. But in the meantime, it's a tribute to Jackie Brown.